here today to witness the birth of a new project undertaken by the Brattleboro Historical Society. And it's been an exciting project. I take a lot of pride in it. I'm sure everybody else does. But I want you to know just a little something about the society, and that is it has wonderful people, dedicated, hardworking. They're industrious, they're professional, they're skilled. And the leadership that the Historical Society has had for the last several years is here today to tell us a little bit about the Historical Society. The former president of the Historical Society, Joe Rivers, and the current Lee Hahn. So come ahead.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah, we're here to unveil the latest project, and Bill was actually the originator of the idea, and it has followed through for months and what's turned into years. But before we do that, I'd like to mention the volunteers in our organization, because we're all dedicated. We all have different areas of interest, varied interests from the Civil War or military all the way to practically present history. I hate to say that, but we do have people who keep present history going. And we're most grateful to those who research and also those who are in love with technology and actually understand it. We're just really grateful to them. And I want to thank the volunteers. If anyone would like to help to support us, you can become a member by going online, or you can ask any of the board members and we can all help with that. For a membership, you get 2 newsletters a year full of pictures and interesting research articles, as well as this year we're having 4 different walk-in tours, which are getting really popular, and they're free to all members. So thank you, and I'm over to Jeff.
All right, well, thank you. We did create a handout for you, and some who came a little bit later, we'll make sure you all get one. One of the things that we enjoy about doing this is we are trying to disseminate information about the past and how it connects to what's going on today in different ways. And so on the list here, you'll see all the different ways you can experience the history of the area and how you can access it. And what Bill's project is really another step in that process that is really a culmination of a lot of different things that we've done. One of the mistakes I made was in making, when we put together the list of folks who have contributed to this, we left off Ian Dempsey. Ian Dempsey did a lot of research in the 1990s about the history of African Americans in the area, and we used much of her work as we continue to do research on that particular topic over the years, and so she should have been on the list. Another group that should have been on the list was we've been collaborating with Brattleboro Area Middle School for the last decade, and the students have done much of the research that has been interpreted and placed on these markers by Bill, and they didn't make the list either, but they were the ones who created much of the content for what is now going to be on the markers that will be here for a very long time. So we wanted to acknowledge those 2 folks, and there's probably others that we didn't get to, but it has been a group effort. And while Bill said we're a professional organization, I would argue that we take pride in the fact that we're all volunteers, and we do this because we love it. And so professionals, there's a certain standard and expectation, and we probably don't meet that, but what we do is we have our hearts in it, and so we try to do the best we can. William?
So when we started with this, we realized we had to put markers out, not only like this one on the sidewalk, the common across the way in the municipal building, but also on private businesses. And I didn't really have the kind of access to do that. So I trotted on down to the Sunrise Rotary and made a pitch, and somebody bit. There's your trout. James Maxwell.
Yeah, I'm the Trout from the Sunrise Rotary Club. We're really happy that Bill asked us to participate. This is right in our wheelhouse. You know, Rotary is about service locally, nationally, internationally. So it's a mission that we're happy to help out with. Then there's another phase. We'll be helping them actually place the markers downtown. My other Rotary members are here today. We're really happy to be a part of it. Thank you.
And it became nothing that I had anticipated, a community effort. The Public Works Department not only pitched in, but they did monumental work, particularly over the last couple of days. Is Darren? I don't see Darren. Darren Pacheco was on my list here to have a word or two with you, but looks like he's not here. And then I had to contact because I found out that many of the properties that the town has control over, the county, are actually administered by the Recreation and Parks. So Carol Lalott, I got on the phone to her. She was a great help. And make sure you mention everybody in your crew. I'm going to keep trying to talk until you get over here.
Okay, good.
That should be no problem.
So on behalf of the town, as Bill just mentioned, the Department of Public Works, Recreation and Parks, Darren Pacheco, the park staff with Paul Eve here, and Tyler McKay and some of our seasonal staff, we've been able to, it's been a pleasure collaborating with Bill and the Historical Society. Not to, because we have many people that come out and enjoy our community. Not just those that live here, but those that come and visit. And not just the older population, but the younger as well. So there's so many areas throughout the town that the Historical Society has been able to allow us to now highlight that and educate our community on all these wonderful resources and how they came about. And so it's been a pleasure for us to be working with the Historical Society. You'll see them all over town. You will notice a small difference. Some of these are all ready to go, and some need a little more attention. So the ones that need a little bit more attention, we're going to give them time to cure, and then they will also have a black base on them as well. Bill, thank you, and shout out to the staff that's not here today for the work that they've done, popping these up all around the community. I mean, I came to this because I was interested, because Betty reached out to me to talk about this exciting thing, and then Bill said, well, Oscar's going to be here, so I feel like I'm in this overview.
No, not at all. I think we're both really happy to be here. It's just exciting to see something new and fresh like this going up in town. As someone who's a transplant here, it's a great opportunity to learn about the history of law. I just think it's a fantastic project, and I'm really looking forward to experiencing it and checking out all these sites. So thanks to everyone who put in all this work. It's really wonderful.
And I want to say also thank you. Anything that's good for Brattleboro is good for Brattleboro. More of this, more frequency, more community involvement. You're wonderful, and this town is wonderful, and we have amazing stars in our midst, so we're honored to have your vision be celebrated here. So thank you. And by the way, I didn't go to Brattleboro High School, but my husband did. These are my kids.
So thank you all. Thank you.
To make these little ditties, videos that are at the QR codes that Bob kindly gave us at a meeting, he said, why don't you put QR codes on these things? Because we were trying to have a little film, a little something to spice up the history of each site. And Bob made that suggestion, and we put those on there, but we needed a voice for the project. And I didn't have a hard sell, quite frankly, because the guy loves history. And when I told him, these are going to be around for a long time, well after you and I are gone. And you were a little pensive, John, when I said that. You said, you know, I'm happy to be a part of Brattleboro history. You all probably know him as John Clark because you listen to him for years on morning radio, and then he ultimately bought the station, WTSA, then sold it. But WTSA has been a great friend to us. Tom Mayo, who works there now, Kelly Cordeal, who owns the station, invited us into their facility, and all the recordings were done there expertly, professionally by John Kildon.
Billy said to keep it under 20 minutes. So. And I also want to ask, did that symbolic covering of the kiosk we're going to unveil begin its day in your shower room? I'm curious.
It came from my shower.
Yes. I had more fun doing these scripts. This area is so rich with history. And this is just another way that people are going to have a chance, an opportunity to access it. And when you're reading and listening to something and you're in its immediate proximity, that makes it even more special. So I just think it's a great program, and I'm very, very proud and privileged to be a part of it. The research into all of this has been phenomenal, and I was just a teeny piece of it all. So congratulations to all of you and to Bill.
We went to the Museum and Art Center because they've done so much work with signs, inside and outside. And Danny Lichtenfeld said, we need to get a hold of Keen Sign Work. And so we did, and they are the people who produced these signs that are up here. They did a great job. You told me to get over here. I'm ready. When you're ready now. Oh, wait, we want to let Bob make sure Bob's got his video.
Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, here it is. Grand unveil.
Oh,